Hi everyone, welcome to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Let's begin our newscast with today's news headlines. The lines were, an hour long at early voting centers in Beaufort County in the first days of early voting in the 2024 elections, but no serious problems were reported once you got inside the polls that were well staffed. You can vote at any of 4 early voting centers between 8:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. through this Saturday, or Monday through Saturday of next week. The early voting centers are at the Beaufort County Elections Office on John Galt Road in Beaufort, the Bluffton Rec Center on Ulmer Road, the St. Helena Library, and the new site at USCB's Hilton Head campus. You need to bring an ID. Your driver's license will work just fine. Well, if you want to know what's on your ballot before you vote, go to the state's voting website, scvotes.gov, and you can view a sample ballot with all the races for wherever you live. Now, there are a couple of referendums on the ballot. Beaufort County is asking you to continue a penny sales tax that's about to expire to raise nearly $1 billion for infrastructure improvements, some of which were passed in 2018, but now need more money. Now, there's a second question tied to that, to allow the county to issue bonds to start those projects before all the money is raised. It automatically loses if the sales tax loses. And the project to fortify Parris Island against a relentless enemy continues with $5.5 million of federal funding for more oyster shells to extend the reef to try to protect 8,000 feet, 1.5 miles of shoreline from erosion. 2,000 feet are already being preserved by an artificial oyster reef built near Laurel Bay from a different project. Now, the State Department of Natural Resources, the Marines, the town of Port Royal, Coastal Carolina University, and an environmental nonprofit organization are all working on the Parris Island project. Well, Susan Smith now has a date with the State Pardon and Parole Board. It is November the 20th, nearly 30 years after she admitted drowning her 2 young sons by pushing their car into a lake in Union in the upstate. Smith is now 53 years old. The date was delayed after she was disciplined for talking to a film producer about the case recently. Now, the boy's father, ex-husband David Smith, has vowed to fight against her parole and intends to speak. This is not the most timely report card, but it at least shows what direction Beaufort County schools are headed. The state's report card for the 2023-24 school year shows a bit of improvement if you measure the number of schools classified as excellent or good. 3 of the 34 public schools in Beaufort County moved up from average to good, making 12 schools now considered good and 6 more considered excellent. 13 of the district schools are considered average. And you can find out more about how your school graded out in all the subcategories at screportcards.com. For more information on these stories and many more, please check us out on Facebook, and also to follow us on our website at WHHI-TV.com. If you have a news tip, a cool weather photo, or even a news story, you can just email it to us at news@WHHI-TV.com. And now let's check out this beautiful weather that is sponsored by Lowcountry Crawl Spaces with Maria. Maria, take it away.
Thanks, Robyn. Yep, so taking a look ahead, it does look like we're going to have beautiful weather in the forecast for the rest of the week. So taking a look at Wednesday, it's going to be sunny with Hilton having a high of 79, a low of 63, Bluffton's a high 81, a low of 61, and Beaufort's a high 81 and a low of 61. The sunrise for Wednesday is going to be at 7:33 and sunset's going to be at 6:41. Taking a look at the tides, low tide's going to be at 9:30 a.m. and high tide's going to be at 2:39 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, we're going to see plenty of sunshine with highs getting in the 70s and 80s, and lows are going to be in the upper 50s and low 60s. That's it for your Lowcountry Crawl Spaces weather. Let's head it back to the desk.
Thank you, Maria. And coming up after the break, we'll hear from a representative from Brookdale Senior Living, and we'll talk about isolation and depression this time of the year in seniors. Stay tuned.